Guess what today is? Alright, so today marks 8 weeks of age for some of these babies. And that also marks weaning time. And so weaning time with bottle-raised babies is simpler than with dam-raised babies. Everything routine-wise stays the same. They just don't get milk. And so they do yell for a bit and they do complain for a bit. This morning they'll probably get a little bit of milk and then it'll be it for some of them. So I fed the younger babies and then, whoa! I have to lower it carefully, otherwise they knock the bucket over and spill milk everywhere. You guys are ridiculous. This is so frustrating. Okay, so this is Willow's boy and Rose's twins. And these guys were born on the 30th of January, and so they're only 7 weeks old today. And so they need another week of milk. I've already been tapering them down. Splattering milk everywhere. I've already been tapering them down on milk amounts, but they'll get milk for another week. And then everybody else will kind of, the replacement ones might get milk for another little bit. We'll see how it goes. But they could easily be weaned today and not have another drop of milk. But sometimes they grow a little bit better if they have milk for even up to 10 weeks. There's kind of mixed information about like, oh, well, you should feed them for 4 or 5 months if you want them to grow better. Really? They headbutt those nipples and then it splatters milk everywhere. It is the most annoying thing ever. And now my glasses in my face. Blech. It's covered in milk. Anyways, now that I look terrible. Probably did before anyways. Some people say, oh, well, leave them on milk for 4 or 5 months, they'll grow better. But I've also heard the opposite, that if you leave them on milk for longer, it actually hinders their rumen development. So their rumen, their ability to digest solids, like hay and grain and grass and browse and stuff like that. And so I'm weaning the boys at 8 weeks, unless there's a buck that I think might make a herd sire. I might feed them out a little bit longer. These guys are looking rather round and fat. Woo, you guys are eating my boots. All right, you ready for this madness? Oh my goodness. They make pretty quick work of the 3 liters that's left. But anyways, technically speaking, 8 weeks old, they can be weaned. That was like 7 liters gone in a flash. Are you crazy, guys? I am very relieved to be weaning most of them because, oh my goodness, this is getting exhausting. They're so strong and so rammy that I have had enough of getting sprayed in the face with milk and having them dump out buckets of milk because they're so rude about it, really. And there's not really, I mean, there is a benefit to feeding them for longer. Again, that's just your own personal preference. I'm just saying what I'm doing. 8 weeks is pretty typical. They're eating and drinking really, really well. I keep them fed up with hay, good quality hay, and I'll start them on some more regular creep feed as well. And yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote, guys. Okay? That make you mad? So that door is open now to the run outside. I can show you that now. Hey, little goobers. Hey, you little crazies. Alright, this is the predator safe, including the top, little run out here. Still got a whole bunch of snow. And yes, they do share a fence with the big ones. Now you guys, we're going to talk about who's who today. Who's who, and we're going to pick some names, because how on earth do we make it to weaning time? And some of you don't have names. I ditched the glasses, obviously, because I can't see out of them anyways. So we thought it would be fun to do like a Lord of the Rings Hobbit theme. Anyways, we named a few of them, but you guys can help us with the rest. Even though potentially some of them won't be sticking around for that long. And then maybe, I haven't quite decided if I'll tell you who I'm keeping in this video or the next one. So this here is Bambi's Buckling, and we named him Bilbo. And he's now actually a wether. He's going to a pet home, and the people that are taking him are also taking his brother. So this here's Bilbo. And where's your brother at? This here is Bambi's other boy, who has also become a wether. He does have some nice moon spotting going on. He's adorable. He's got a massive one on his butt. Anyways, him and Bilbo are going to their new homes, and so they've been spoken for since they were a couple weeks old, and I hadn't really thought of a name for him. I think it was Bilbo and something, but I honestly can't remember. So, I mean, you can pick a name for him. This is Bambi's second boy, but his new owner will be getting him on March 26th, and so she will probably be picking her own names for them. But this is Bambi's other little boy. Pretty big already. Crazy how he only came out like 4 pounds. And then where is Flower? Come. This is Bambi's girl. We've been calling her Flower. So kind of off of the Bambi movie, there's a skunk named Flower. And so her registered name is going to be Little Troyer Bambi's Flower. This is how adorable and big she is. So this is Flower. Not to be mistaken for Rebel's boy. So this is still a buckling. And his name is Sam. So if his name is Sam, of course, who is his brother going to be? His brother is going to be Frodo, of course. So this is Rebel's little buckling. He will not be staying. He will be looking for either a pet home or potentially, if he finds the right breeding home, he has some really nice genetics. But he will be either a pet or a breeding buck, and we will see which he becomes. Where's my other babies? Okay. Sliver. This is Rebel's other boy. He's so sweet. I believe he was the first one born out of the triplets. Yeah, still an intact buckling. So this is Frodo to go with Sam because they were best buddies, right? Frodo and Sam. He's pretty stinking cute. And then we've got, where'd you go? Here. Then we've got Rebel's precious little girl. Oh, she's so flashy, so precious. I do love her. She's so cute. So this little one is named already. I'm sorry, I'm telling you all the ones that have been named, and then we'll get into the ones that need names yet. So her registered name is going to be Little Troyer Rebels Victory, just because I couldn't think of anything else. So that's going to be her name. Isn't that right? You're so sweet. Okay, so that's it for the dwarves, and then that means we have Nubians. And they are huge. So this is Sage's buckling, and currently he's listed for sale as a registered buckling. We will see what happens. If he doesn't sell as a registered buckling, I probably will keep him and grow him out and see how he looks, and then potentially use him eventually, or once his mom is more proven with milk testing and showing, then potentially somebody will be interested in him even in the fall when breeding time rolls around. But I think that he's too good of a boy to go for meat, essentially. So people are going to really hate me for talking about raising these little guys for meat, but honestly, they can't all go intact. That would be really irresponsible on my part. And there's only so many pet homes that you can find that are actually good pet homes that are not going to neglect them or get tired of them when they're 150 pounds. And so that is where it sits. Hate on me if you want. That is the reality of farm life, is that they will have a fantastic life with us, and they will hopefully only have one bad day, and then they will feed the community. And so that is the plan for a few of them. We've got, Sage's other boy, this dark cherry red one. You look at the camera. You look at the camera. They're so big already. They're probably like 30 pounds. We waited too long to do this, didn't we? So anyways, both of Sage's boys need names. I was thinking something along the lines of like the Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, like prince names, I can't even remember, something that means mighty prince or something like that. Mighty Aldor, I think, is one of the names I had for one of them. But again, hopefully this guy will go intact as a herd sire. He may have to get grown out here as well. We will see. But he's the loud one out of the twins, which I don't love loud goats because they bother me and they ruin my peaceful chore time. Isn't that right? When you just sit there and yell. But you're pretty chill and pretty sweet. All right, who's next? You guys are so cute. Hi. This is a Reba Doeling, and she is the one with no wattles, and I will show you her other sister. So she has no wattles on her neck. Are you being silly? Are you being silly? Whoa, you got a scabby on your head. So she's sweet. She is going to another breeder outside of, well, I'm not going to tell you where, a few hours away. And, sorry, it's just a little scab. Now it's gone. Whoa! So she's going to a breeder outside of where I live, a few hours away. And her name is Little Troyer. WG, for Wish Granted, is the dad's name. WG. And this is Eowyn. Eowyn. Aren't you sweet? Yes, you're very delicate. And then we have, where'd she go? Where did she go? That's the boy. Where's your sister? Just stay down. Hello. Come here. Oh, ouch. You are too big for that. You can't jump on my back. She's in the barn. So we'll talk about the other ones. This is Reba's one of the two boys, because she had quads. She had 4. So this is what I mean by wattles. They've got these cute little dangly things. So he is actually officially a wether. I did band him because I don't think that he is good enough for it to be a herd sire. And so we will love on him and enjoy him, and hopefully only give him one bad day. And that's going to sound super morbid to some of you, but that's farm life. Isn't that right? Yep. All right, where's your other brother? He's not out here either. Okay, well, who else can we talk about? We can talk about... This is Rose's boy. Obviously, for his nose and markings, he had to have the name Skunk. So he's still dealing with a disbudding infection. But he's massive. He's a big boy. So potentially he will go unregistered as a buck. The fun story behind Rose is that I purchased her from a breeder, the same breeder I got Robin from, and she sold me a goat that she did not have the rightful papers to yet, meaning she sold me a goat that was not in her name. And so I am still dealing with the registration organization to get this resolved. It's been months of fighting. I'm not fighting, but essentially she is in a different breeder's name that she purchased from, and that breeder won't transfer the papers to her so she can transfer the papers to me. So unfortunately, I have these two gorgeous bucklings that I can't register. Ouch, don't bite me. This one, and where'd your brother go? Over here. Whoop. So I have these two gorgeous bucklings that have tons of milk in their pedigree, really fantastic udders, great temperaments, and I can't paper them because I don't have their mom's papers in my name. And so I thought, well, do I hang on to them for who knows how many months? Do I grow them out and hope that I get the papers? Or do I sell them 50% registered? Do I band them? Do I sell them unregistered? And so right now it's kind of potentially any of those options. Right now it's just more so a matter of, well, we'll wait and see. They're having a bunch of meetings with the organization to try to figure this mess out, because I would like to have my registration papers for the doe that I paid for as a registered doe, if you know what I mean. So this guy is brother to Skunk, and he needs a name. He's really sweet, really lovely, and he's one of our favorites. Isn't that right? Yes, you are. So he needs a name. Help me out there. That's a Rose buckling. All right, who else is here? Who else finally came out? Oh, now you guys locked yourself out. Why did you do that? Oh. This monstrosity is one of the last, it's the last Reba buckling, and I left him intact because he's really, really nice, but I probably will end up weathering him because they can't all sell as bucks. But again, if you were to sell unregistered as a buck, would be fine, but really he doesn't make for the registered quality. Even though you're super nice, you are super nice. Anyways, so this is Reba's buck. I have been calling him Aragorn because he's regal and majestic. Now, right, Aragorn? He's super sweet. And he's like, oh, he's probably like 30 pounds. He's big boy. You guys locked your siblings out. Hey, come on out. Ouch. Yep. Here, come here. Oh, get off. Oh, okay, this is the last one of Reba's. This is the other girl. They look pretty much identical, except for the fact that this girl has wattles. And so I had actually planned to retain her. Her name is Arwen, so registered name would be Little Troyer WG Arwen. Oh no, it's WG Reba's Arwen because I wanted some pointing to Reba's line because we lost her this spring. And anyways, I'd planned to keep her. And then I noticed that she has a slightly undershot jaw, a bit of an underbite. Now I've been noticing again that it's not terrible, but it's definitely not a great muzzle. And so she had actually been listed for sale at a discount because the registration papers were already through. I need to tattoo them. But I discounted her because she has a bit of an underbite. But she's really nice and wide. She doesn't have the best rump angle. But now I'm like, you know what? If we can breed her to a buck with a nice strong muzzle and it doesn't cause any breeding problems, maybe I should just keep her. But we will see. Don't knock my tripod over. So this is Arwen, and so she might stay. We will see. Who did we miss? So this, I keep trying to call him Cookie. So the name suggestion was to name him Oreo. If you think of a different name, that's fine. But this, for now, has been Oreo. This is Willow's single buckling. He's big and gorgeous, and at this point we don't know what we're gonna do with him, but he's one of the nicer boys out of the crop this year, and so we will see what we're gonna do. But he's super snuggly and adorable. He had one of the worst disbudding infections. I think I mentioned that already, but he's pretty much totally better. So I want to keep an eye on him for a while yet, make sure he's totally healed up. But name suggestions for Miss Willow's boy. Super cute and super fluffy. All right. Oh. Now he seems to have bunked his head and bunked the scab off of his head, so it's a little bit nasty. But this is Dum Dum. This is Winnie's boy, and he is a wether, which means that he has been banded or castrated. And the reason, whoops, you good?
I'm fine.
The reason he has, get down, skunk. I'm gonna come close, okay? The reason he has been banded is because of his underbite. So I'm gonna try to show you exactly what I mean. Can you see if you can point it at his mouth? So you can see here, go away, how that top gum right there does not match the bottom teeth at all. He's got quite a significant underbite, which is not good for a herd sire at all. So he has been weathered for that reason. Let's look at her. I want to see just how bad she is. So this is the girl with wattles, the one that I was worried about with the underbite. We're going to take a closer look just to see how bad it is. So yeah, that's not even as bad as I originally thought. Ouch, that hurt. I'm trying to eat my hand off. So it is an underbite. Not as bad as Dum Dum's. Don't. Okay, point it close here. So you see how there's that nose, those nostrils are kind of pinched, and then that lip comes out further. That's not what we want to see. I would rather see these nice and open nostrils like this, more so. Again, like how Dum Dum's mouth is. It's going to pinch those nostrils, making it more challenging for him to breathe. You can already see these wrinkles here. How severe that underbite is. So that's how we make some of those decisions. But yes, Dum Dum has been weathered because he's got a bad underbite. Willow's boy, he's actually very nice. I would say conformation-wise, he might even be an improvement on his mother. So we'll kind of just wait and see game with that. And everybody is chewing on me. Let's check your muzzle just while we're here, hey? Yeah, yours is better than your sister's. Yeah, a little bit better. But so far I don't see it affecting her breathing, so we will see. I'd kind of seen the underbite getting worse, and I got kind of really nervous because I don't want to have that in my herd. But if it's something we can adjust and deal with in one generation of like adding in a good buck with a good strong muzzle, then we will see. Maybe she gets to stay. All right. So cute. There's like four that need names, and then I do need potentially 2 registered names for Rebel's boys, Frodo and Sam. Hey guys, you're so cute. But there you go, it's the babies. It's kind of just a whirlwind video. I'm just gonna patch it together and throw it up. It's not gonna be anything fancy, but there's the babies. They're all growing really, really well. We haven't lost any of them. I'm very, very thankful for their overall health. Yes, we've been having problems with disbudding infections, but his was the worst, and he is mostly all better now. And so I am so thankful, because I felt sick for weeks about it. I don't think that we burned deep enough. Watching other disbudding videos, they burned so much longer than we did. We did the 8 counts for disbudding, and it obviously was not enough for these boys, and so then we had issues of the horn bud lifting and infection getting underneath, and so anyways, it was a mess. But oh yeah, you go boy. We're pretty much all good now. That's right, pretty much all good. And yeah, they've all been thriving. The only one we lost was the preemie one of Robin's, and the story with Robin's is that she has never had live kids before, and so she ended up having it 9 days early. It was born DOA, and I honestly don't think it was preventable. So there is something wrong with her, and she is also part of that whole registration paper dispute, if you will. And so we will discuss Robin's future in a different video. But in the meantime, let me know what your name suggestions are for some of them, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time. Whoa, hello. I'll probably bring some straw out here, but they seem to be enjoying it. Isn't that right? Pretty much got windbreak on most sides. Oh my goodness, really? We just want loves that bad, huh?